Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style. Let's talk about choosing prints for your personality. Now, prints and personality are so intertwined. Personality actually tells us more about what we choose to wear than any other thing. Body shape is just a small piece of the style puzzle. How tall you are, how short you are, your colouring, all those things are elements of that style puzzle. But personality is the number one key about what you will and will not like. I mean, have you ever had that experience where you walk into a store and you think, who would wear that thing? That's ugly. Somebody else will love it because it relates to their personality. So when you are choosing prints in particular and patterns, it's really important that you go with the ones you love, because as much as something might be trendy, animal print may be really trendy, but you might go, I am never going to wear it. It doesn't matter. It's just not me. And it could be florals, it could be stripes, it could be checks. It doesn't matter what the trends are. If it's not something that suits your personality, you'll just feel really uncomfortable in it, and then you won't look confident. So I think it's really always important to think about what you love and what expresses your personality and how you can do that through your prints and patterns. So what I'm going to do is introduce you to the different personality dressing styles, which there are 7 of them, and the different kind of prints that you will get in those styles. Just some little examples. So our first style we're going to talk about is the classic. So the classic comes from men's suiting. It's from traditional men's business wear. So when we think about that, really, what kind of patterns do they have? Well, it's a fine pinstripe. There's really not much going on. Or it could be a really fine check. There's really not a lot of pattern in traditional menswear. Or it could be something like a houndstooth. This is pretty out there for a classic, but this is their kind of more out there clothes, but it is a classic sort of pattern. Classics often prefer solids. They may not be print people at all. Then we've got our relaxed. So our relaxed personality is more casual, more easygoing, and this is where you actually get the horizontal stripe. Now, we often think about the Breton stripe as being classic, but in fact it's relaxed, because relaxed is about the horizontal, not the vertical. The vertical pinstripe is about classic. Horizontal stripes, very much more relaxed. And so, this is where you get that sort of print. It can be even, it can be uneven like this, but both of those horizontal stripes. Or you can also get the larger check, so more of our tartan style check as well. These are all part of the relaxed style. Or you'll get things like marl, which is more of a textural pattern. It's that what we see in sportswear, activewear, in that grey fabric, that grey kind of fabric, you get that's marl. You get lots of that. Then we have our dramatic. So our dramatic prints are often animal prints. So this is where we might get our leopards, our snakes, and those kind of prints. They're quite common. Some zebra, like there's all sorts of different animal prints. Or we get overscale prints, so large and big and bold prints. So we could get a bold check. This is not a small check. We might get a bold floral. So it's big and it's bold. It's overscale, oversized. Let's think about the creative. The creative is more about the unique, the quirky, the different. Now it can be something a little bit like this, which is kind of quirky and fun. This is a bit of a combo print with a bit of feminine, but it could be something like that. Or it can be more the abstract. Here, this one is like a watercolor. The watercolors went everywhere. Or we might get something a bit more like this one, where we've got it's more that digital, wearable, lots going on, but it's not anything in particular, more the kind of digital prints. Or we can even get more of the more kind of the African inspired, or the ikat, those sorts of prints and patterns as well. More frequently you'll find in the creative dressing style. Then we've got the rebellious. Now the rebel tends to go for things like skulls. They also go for our bit of animal prints as well, more snakes and a little bit edgier. It says I'm a little bit wild and you can't tame me. Or you'll get the tattoo style prints as well. Our feminine, she will go for the floral, but the small, more delicate floral, rather than big and bold florals. Or even things like a paisley, which is basically just a paisley is a stylized version of the floral. So we're looking at curly, curvy prints. Here we might get the polka dot, but small polka dots, not large ones. The feminine prints are small and delicate, not large or blousy. And then last but not least, we get the elegant chic. And here we might get, there's elements of the, the floral, but it might be a little bit more stylized, more in this sort of, kind of stylized or Hermes. So here we have where we kind of get the chainmail, or we'll get the geometric print. So we might just get repeating geometrics, are another common one with the elegant chic. There's some common sorts of prints that you'll get with different personality dressing styles. So when you're thinking about what prints suit you and what you want to wear, it's going to come back to your personality and how you want to express that through your clothes and your image. So why not go through your wardrobe and work out what sort of prints you really love? Now, many prints are a combination of different personality styles. For example, here's a butterfly that's fairly much just feminine. This one, it's small, it's delicate, it's pastel-y. Here's one that is very much a dramatic feminine. So it's a combination print. Many prints will actually be a combination of different personality styles. Here we have a very large scale floral. So again, it's dramatic, but it's actually a bit more probably into the elegant chic. It's got kind of a more sophisticated feel and a very blended. It's not a delicate little print like a floral like this. That's a much more younger feminine version of a print. So I mean, there's so many different sorts of prints, and florals you can look at. It's so broad. So one floral is not all florals. Just as one animal print, I've got green leopards here, which would be very different from the black leopards. They actually give quite a different feel. So look in your wardrobe and notice what are the common themes with the prints that you actually love wearing, because that's going to give you a really good insight into what your personal aesthetic is and how you like to express that through the prints and patterns in your clothing.